This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent professors, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come, sir?
Come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Ajink Kumar.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of your name?
Sir, invincible.
Invincible. Ajink Kumar is from Gaya in Bihar. Anthropology was his option.
Yes, sir.
He has done mechanical engineering
Yes, sir.
from Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad, now Prayagraj.
Yes, sir.
He has worked as assistant manager in Hero Motocorp
Yes, sir.
for about almost 2 years, Nimrana in Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
This is his first attempt.
Yes, sir.
Listening, podcasts, watching travel and food blogs on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
You listen to any kind of podcast or something, what do you choose?
Sir, actually, I prefer two channels basically, two podcasts. The one is the podcast of Nikhil Kamath, and the second is Tectonic Shift.
Of
Sir, Nikhil Kamath,
Nikhil Kamath.
Zero the co-founder. Yes, sir. And the second is Tectonic Shift, sir.
Technology shifts.
Yes, Tectonic Shift. It is.
Tectonic shifts.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is about technology only, sir.
You also watch travel and food.
Vlogs. Yes, sir.
What was the last podcast you?
Sir, I just listened the podcast of Tectonic Shift. Sir, it was related to the autopilot, that the semi-autonomous and autonomous vehicle which is there, and the Tesla is facing some cases in the US. So it was related to that only. So what is the technology? What are its pros? What are its cons, etc. And should India allow it or not? So that was the thing.
Why is he facing cases?
Sir, because there were several accidents leading to death of certain people. So that's why there is a case regarding that in the US courts. So he is facing that.
You were NSS volunteer in college.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me a history of this NSS? When did it start? What was the purpose behind it?
Yes, sir. So, sir, basically, the National Service Scheme is a central sector scheme. It was started in 1969, and it comes under Ministry of Youth and Sports Affairs. And, sir, the motto of the NSS is "Not me, but you." And objective is to instill leadership abilities in the student, and through community development approach. So these are the basic objectives. And, sir, it means class 11-12 students and university technical college students are eligible to be volunteer of NSS.
How has it affected you? What have you learned out of being part of NSS?
Yes, sir. So, sir, basically, we were doing several things like teaching the students in the nearby slums, and conducting cleanliness drive in our college through Swachh Bharat mission. So we were doing this. So when I was participating in such kind of events,
Yes.
so, sir, I came to know that we have certain responsibilities. We are coming from a privileged background, and some are not from that background. So it is our moral duty to give back to the community. So that was the basic thing.
Okay. What were you doing as assistant manager in Hero Motocorp?
Sir, I was basically handling the machine shop. So my major work was, the KPI was to supply parts to the engine assembly, enabling all the PQCD SME parameters. So the PQCD SME parameters stand for the, sir, productivity, quality, cost, delivery, safety, morale, and environment. So my basic thing was that. And, sir, I was managing a team of 98 team members. And apart from that, sir, I was also a member of development development management pillar of TPM, where I was looking after the productivity of my shop floor, and I was also, sir, coordinating the 5S and TPM activities of machine shop. So this was the basic KPIs.
What leadership style did you follow?
Sir, since I was in the shop floor, so managing a team, so the first and foremost thing was discipline, because we were running in the shifts, production, so discipline was the first. Second, leading by example. Sir, because there was a place where the team members come, they sit and they consume tea and coffee during the break time. And we were not supposed to just sit in the office and consume that. We also went there, sit with them, ask something from them that how it is going, and then that thing. Apart from that, sir, I learned one more thing, that we should be very much empathetic when we are leading a team.
I'm asking what leadership style. Were you autocratic? Were you democratic?
Sir, I would say democratic.
Okay.
Because constant feedback was there. I was also, when I was taking the meeting of the team members, then certainly I was taking the feedback that is there any problem with the team? What are its concerns? Is the workplace not safe for them? Do we need to improve something? If the team member is a girl, then is she facing any kind of difficulty in the workstation, etc. So this was I was doing, sir.
At times you have some mischievous people.
Yes, sir.
Who do not appreciate a democratic style of functioning.
Yes, sir.
You need to be autocratic with them. You agree?
Sir, I would not say autocratic, but if there is some mischievous kind of person in the team and he is not listening to us, then first, sir, approach should be that to talk to them. Then why he is not listening, and what are its grievances, and what are its what we can do for them, or what we can do for him or her. So this is the first thing. After that counseling, if again he is not listening to the team, then, sir, we can talk to the HR that this person is not listening. So you can take a call that what should be the further procedure regarding the conduct.
Okay. You are from Gaya.
Yes, sir.
Gaya is famous for a few things.
Sir.
Can you tell me some?
Yes, sir. Sir, from religious point of view, Gaya is famous for Vishnupat temple, where Hindu from all over the country come and they offer pindan to their forefathers. And it is believed that after giving pind in Gaya, the forefathers means they attain salvation, moksha. The second is Gaya is also famous for Bodh Gaya, the place where Siddhartha turned into Lord Buddha and he got enlightenment there. Sir, Gaya is also famous for cuisines, like Tilkut is a product of Gaya which has got GI tag. Apart from that, sir, Gaya has a river called Falgu river, and which is dry almost throughout the year, and there is a story behind that, that Mata Sita cursed Falgu. That's why the water is flowing under the sand and it is not flowing over the sand. So for this, Gaya is famous, sir.
Gaya was a very large district.
Yes,
once
sir.
upon a time, which included Aurangabad, which other? Jahanabad.
Sir, Jahanabad. Yes, sir.
And a lot of left-wing extremist activity.
Yes, sir.
Was prevalent.
Yes, sir.
One of the major mass killings took place in Aurangabad district. Now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What were the reasons for such activities?
Sir, there was a reason that there was a caste conflict, I would say, that some people believe that the big landlords of that area, they try to harass the so-called backward caste people over the place, and in retaliation they also started mass killing the so-called forward caste people. So this led to a tussle between them, and sir, this started the mass killing in Bihar, in that particular region. But if I talk about, sir, left-wing extremism area, so why it is affected with Naxalites? So we know that, sir, Gaya is basically in the southern part, and it is bordering the Jharkhand region, and also it has forest cover and undulating topography. So it is convenient for the Naxalites to commit crime here, and they may migrate to the Jharkhand region. And also, sir, Gaya is lagging behind in socio-economic development. We know that Gaya is an aspirational district under the Niti Aayog program. So these factors culminated to the such kind of activities in Gaya. Sir.
Have you heard of the Sunlight Sena?
Sunlight Sena, yes, sir.
What Sena is this?
Sir, I think it is a militia organization by one of the caste, but I am forgetting which caste it is associated with.
The higher caste, including Muslims.
Okay, sir. But sir, I am actually, sir, unaware that.
It had come up to take revenge against the Maoist organizations.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You must be following foreign affairs,
Yes,
foreign affairs policies.
Yes, sir.
Our External Affairs Minister has written in his book about the major powers. India should be engaging America, managing China, reassuring Russia, and cultivating Europe. Can you explain what he is trying to say with respect to these 4 countries?
Sir, if I talk about USA, that we should align with USA, then we can see that there are several initiatives through which we are aligning with USA, like the initiative
He's saying engaging.
Engaging, sorry, sir. Sir, engaging. So, there is an initiative called Initiative on Critical and Emerging Technology. So, with that, we are engaging with USA. Apart from that, there is a term called friendshoring. So, through that also we are engaging with USA. Also, we are a partner with USA in Quad and I2U2. So, through all this process, we are engaging with USA. If I talk about reassuring Russia, then we have seen that although there was several sanctions from the Western powers, but still India bought the petroleum products from the Russia. And so we have reassured Russia regarding this, and we have also abstained from voting in the UNGA regarding the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We have maintained a balanced approach towards that. The third was cultivating Europe. So how we are cultivating Europe, that recently we have seen that we have signed a EFTA with the 4 nations. Apart from that, sir, we are also in a talk of FTA with UK, etc. And we have a migration policy also with the Italy, France, etc. So we have done this. Apart from that, sir, we are also building the IMEC corridor, the India, Middle East, European corridor. So that's why that's how we are cultivating Europe. If I talk about, sir, marginalizing China.
Managing China.
Yes, sir. So we are seeing that means India is building its capacity to contain the problems which are posed by China. Like recently, we have seen that along the LAC, we have new crops at the Bareilly that will help India, and we are also participating in such a multilateral organization in which China is not a part. So, and also, sir, we have also banned some of the apps of Chinese origin. So, in this way, I think, sir, we are doing this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ajink,
Sir.
your father is involved in agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the agricultural status of Bihar?
So, sir, in Bihar, approx 75% of the population is engaged in agriculture, and it contributes approx 25% to the state GSDP. If I talk about, sir, the land holding per capita, then it is quite low. It is below 1 hectare in Bihar, and approx 92% of the farmers are small and marginal. And, sir, in Bihar, the net irrigation area is also less, and mostly we are relying on the tube wells, pumps, ahar and pines, etc. If I talk about the crops, then major we grow, sir, wheat and paddy. Apart from that, in some of the areas there is sugarcane also, and Bihar is also producing, sir, a large amount of vegetables. And, sir, now we are also increasing our aquaculture. We are one of the leaders in the aquaculture field. So this is the current status, sir.
See, when we talk about agricultural status of Bihar, as you highlighted, there are so many fault lines, be it in terms of land holding, be it in terms of irrigation, be it in terms of technological development in agriculture, which is very much low.
Yes, sir.
So considering all these structural bottlenecks, how do you think agriculture can be transformed in Bihar?
Sir, to transform agriculture in Bihar, we have to follow a multi-pronged approach, I would say. The first is we have to invest a lot in the agriculture infrastructure, like providing irrigation facilities to a lot of farmers. So the second, since the land holding capacity is low per capita, so we should go for the FPOs, creating a large amount of FPOs in the rural areas. So third, I would say that there is a lack of credit facilities to the farmer. So we should provide that institutional credits, not credit from the money lenders. And in this, sir, fintech can play a major role, NBFCs. The fourth, sir, there is a lack of market access to the farmers. They are not getting the good prices because we know that sir, Bihar is not following the APMC, and the crops are procured through PSCS, Primary Agriculture Credit Societies. So there also we should provide the market access to the small and marginal farmers. And the fourth is, sir, fifth is information dissemination, because we know that since climate change is approaching, so there are erratic weather events in Bihar also. So they should get prior information that what kind of weather should be there.
When we talk about Bihar as a state, it is essentially an agrarian state. As you also highlighted, 75% population is engaged in agriculture.
Yes, sir.
When agriculture is such a dominant player in the economy of Bihar, do you think we can boost manufacturing sector in Bihar or service sector?
Yes, sir, definitely. I will say
Considering the demographic profile, the skills of the people of Bihar, all this entire package, now you tell me, what do you think?
Sir, I would say that if we want Bihar to be one of the leader in the country in terms of GSDP per capita, so I think, sir, we should invest a lot in the industries and services sector, because this is the need of the hour. Sir, there are several opportunities in Bihar I'm quoting some of the points here, that sir, Bihar has an ample of water. So industries can come. Like we know that semiconductor industries requires a lot of water, ultra purified water. So Bihar has a lot of water, so semiconductor industries can definitely come in Bihar. Secondly, sir, Bihar has a very young population. The demography is very young. So if we skill them from the primary level only, then sir, they will be a demographic dividend for the country and for the Bihar also. Sir, third, I would say that we should also invest in the services sector, like the IT, ITES, etc. And sir, government is also doing that. That government has come up with IT policy. Apart from that, sir, we should also invest in the tourism sector in Bihar, because Bihar has a varied tourism potential. We have Ramayan circuit, we have Buddha circuit, we have Sufi circuit. So also, sir, eco-tourism is there in the Valmiki zone. So I think, sir, there is a lot of opportunity, but we have to streamline our approach.
Yes, sir. Your optional was anthropology.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me some recent developments in the subject of anthropology?
Sir, in 2022, Mr. Swanto Pabe got the award, Nobel Award for the paleogenomics, and he was studying the Neanderthal DNA sequence.
Okay.
So he stated that approx 99.7% of our current Homo sapiens DNA is the DNA of Neanderthal only, and the Neanderthal DNA has provided us the ability to tackle the extreme cold climate of the Caucasus region. So I think, sir, this is one of the recent development in the anthropology. The second, I would say, sir, that Genome India project was there, and it took the genome of 10,000 individuals in the country, and it came up that there is a gene called MYBPC3. So it is contributing to the early stage cardiac arrest in the people. So approx 4.5% of our population is having that gene. So there is a risk of.
Since you might have studied evolution in great detail in
Yes,
the
sir.
subject of anthropology, considering the present state of human civilization,
Sir.
what aspects do you think evolution needs to happen in future? be it anatomically, be it physiologically, or be it any area?
So since if I talk about evolution, since now we have changed our style of living. Now we have a more sedentary kind of living lifestyle because we are mostly working on the laptop, etc., sitting for 10, 12 hours. So there could be an evolution that cholesterol level should be such that it may not lead to the cardiac arrest or diabetes kind of thing.
So where will the evolution take place?
So in the genes,
Okay.
DNA. Yes,
Okay. And what else?
Sir, currently I am able to.
Okay,
think
no
this.
problem. Since you are a mechanical engineer, can you tell me some recent technological improvements in automobile sector which is helping in reducing the emissions? Just list down.
Sir, EVs are there.
EVs, okay.
Hydrogen fuel cell vehicle,
Okay.
hybrid vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
flex fuel cars.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
Do you think such recent developments in automobile industry will have a place in a backward state like Bihar? When we talk about electric vehicles and hydrogen vehicles, do you think it will have a market in Bihar?
Sir, I think two-wheeler would have a market in Bihar
Mm-hmm.
because since the fuel cost is no, we just have to charge it through electricity. So two-wheeler would be there. But since the cost of four-wheelers are very high currently and the range is also not that much, so I think it would take time to go to states like Bihar because most of the population are currently living in rural areas. And we are seeing that the charging infrastructure is basically in the urban areas. And currently in Delhi, in metropolitan cities, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
My last question to you, Ajink. What will Ajink bring to the administration?
Sir, I would say that I have handled a lot of leadership position in my college and also in my workplace. So, if I talk about my personal personality, then sir, I am a very hardworking person, empathetic, honest, and sir, I love to solve problems in the surrounding. So, with these attributes, I will be coming to the civil services.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ajink, you just
Yes, ma'am.
mentioned that you like to solve problems.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me example of 3 problems that you've solved recently around you? Community problems.
Ma'am, I can quote examples from my college and my workplace. Yes. So, ma'am, when I was in college, I was the Miss Secretary in my final year. So, ma'am, there was a situation that in my I was 2020. I am 2020 pass out. So, in that year, ma'am, we know that we are a COVID batch. So, at that time, since our colleges was,
You have answer very briefly. Tell me briefly.
ma'am, colleges were closed and we have a lot of material in the storehouse. And also we have to give salary to the workers, but we were not in the college. So this was a very peculiar kind of situation because the students were not willing to pay the salaries. So actually I did a survey through Google Forms and I come up with a figure that 57% of the students are just willing to give the salary. So we gave the salary. So I used the technology here. So this is the first problem I solved.
Okay. Can you tell me what problems, you must have recognized problems around you in Bihar as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So what would you want to solve when you get selected and how?
Ma'am, I think the Bihar is lagging behind in education sector.
Okay.
Second is skill development of the young people.
Okay.
And third is, ma'am, agriculture, I would say. And fourth also, ma'am, health sector.
Health.
Because the primary healthcare system is not very much in a good state in Bihar.
Why? What are the problems facing ailing Bihar's primary healthcare center?
Ma'am, the primary healthcare centers are facing a lot of challenges like the doctors are not willing to go because it is in the hinterlands. And we know that there is a connectivity issue in a lot of places in Bihar. So this is the first problem. The second is the PHCs are not having the required infrastructure to support.
Okay.
And the third is also the support staff are not present. And the fourth, people are not aware that will the doctor will come or not. So they don't go to the PHCs.
Well, how will you change this?
Ma'am, the first solution is that we have to augment the infrastructure.
you would change? How would you change this? You are the DM of a
Yes.
district.
Yes.
You want to make PHC more approachable and more effective. What measures will you take?
First, ma'am, I would start a monitoring program
Okay.
for the doctors that they should come on time, and that should be linked with the app so that I can see in my phone that whether they are coming or not. So this is the first. Second, after talking with the government of Bihar, I would try to augment the infrastructure there.
Okay.
And third, through committee approach, I would try to build a rapport that PHCs are safe and you should come here for your treatment.
Okay. Now, when you mention education, so Bihar, particularly as a state, is lagging in educational indicators,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So, what are the reasons? First, and second, recently NCERT came out with it has announced yesterday that they will give a report card which has feedback from students, from the friends as well as the parents, apart from just the academic indicators. So how far do you agree with this?
Ma'am, the first question that why Bihar is lagging in education. So the first is, ma'am, I would say infrastructure only. The schools are not well built, but now the government has come up with several policies and the infrastructure is now good, I would say. The second is teachers are not properly trained. That the pedagogy is not very much set in the primary education, I would say. So that is the second thing. The third is, since ma'am, the Bihar is one of the poorest state in the country, so children are not willing to attend the schools. So this is also one of the problem. And the question that NCERT has come up with a new initiative.
Yes.
So I would say that, ma'am, this is a very quite interesting initiative by the NCERT, that they are now also taking the feedback from the friends and family. And since students spend most of the time with friends, and the friends know more about them, about their emotional intelligence, etc., and how they have the caliber. So I think it is a very good step. So we should move ahead.
Okay. Now you've so basically when I listen to your answers, be it health or education, we are struggling with infrastructure in Bihar. And there is a problem where a state has to choose between development and welfare.
Yes.
Yes. So what would you choose, development or welfare?
Ma'am, development and welfare, they are both complementary with each other.
Okay.
And they go hand in hand.
Okay.
If we have the money, then we can only...
See, when we say welfare, we also mean all the welfare schemes and policies that we have. We have the 𝐂𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐿 Yojana, we have a lot of welfare schemes which are a cost to the exchequer.
Yes, ma'am.
Due to which infrastructure development is struggling.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how do you balance the development and the welfare needs of the state?
Ma'am, I would say that the PM Awas Yojana, etc., the Ayushman Bharat, etc., are very good scheme, and they are providing they are enabling the people to have a good standard of living, and that's why we are seeing that we are moving ahead in the MPI also, multinational poverty index. So, ma'am, I would not curtail the funds in that, but I would try to increase the tax revenue of the government, and then only we can.
Should we tax agricultural income?
Agriculture.
It can help increase the tax base.
I would say for certain farmers who are earning more than a certain amount of money, we can definitely.
It's very easy to show less income then. The cost would be high. It's very easy to show less income, even in agriculture. So how do we ensure that we tax? So if we tax everyone.
Ma'am, taxing everyone is currently, I think, is not a good option for us, because most of the farmers are small and marginal, 86% of them.
Okay.
And they are also earning very much less, because we know that the monthly income, according to situational survey, is only about 6,000 rupees. So we can't tax them, but there are certain farmers also who have a very big chunk of land, and some corporates also, they are moving in farming agriculture sector, because they know that it don't attract the tax. So we can tax them, ma'am, that if someone is trying to be farmer, but they are earning some other means, then we can tax them.
Okay. Now, my last question to you is that you've mentioned education, skill development, agriculture and health. If you were allowed to choose any one, what would you choose out of these four as your key work area?
I would choose education only.
And why?
because if I talk about especially
Because-
about Bihar, then Bihar is a very young state and our median age is only 25 years.
Okay.
And TFR is also close to 3. So children are in the nascent stage. So if we provide education, because education is a great enabler, so if we provide education to the students or in the children, they will certainly increase their standard of living in the society, increase their stature in the society, and they can do well for the society also. So education is the thing I would love to work upon.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have studied in Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology.
Yes, sir.
All right, Allahabad, Prayagraj. So tell me something about Motilal Nehru and his role in freedom struggle.
Sir, Motilal Nehru was a great freedom fighter of our country. He was a lawyer, and he also presided the Congress session twice. And with C.R. Das, he also founded the Congress Swarajist Party. And sir, he also drafted the Nehru report, and he is also the father of our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.
So as we are talking about Nehru report, what features were incorporated in our constitution from Nehru report?
I think there was some mentioning of fundamental rights in Nehru report, but I am not very sure, sir, about this.
Okay. Okay, so you mentioned about the water rich, I mean, as far as the setting of the semiconductor industry, you said that water is in ample amount in Bihar, right?
Yes, sir.
What other inputs are required for setting up the semiconductor industry?
Sir, uninterrupted power supply, infrastructure, and skilled manpower.
And what other raw materials are required for that?
Sir, silicons.
And
Sir, germanium, etc. would be required.
germanium,
Yes,
boron.
sir.
What
Boron.
is the position of India in respect of these?
Sir, I think.
Are they found in India? All the materials that you mentioned?
Sir, I don't think the germanium, etc. are found in India, but silicon is, I think, sir, found in India.
So where it is found? Where from where we need to import these materials?
Sir, the country, I am unaware, sir, that from where we import this. But generally we have to import these raw materials.
Okay, how many companies are there related to semiconductor manufacturing in India? Right now, how many companies are there?
Sir, currently, sir, there are 3 projects currently in India that is going to, groundbreaking will soon happen. The first is Tata plus Power Chip Semiconductor Corporation of Taiwan. The second is Micron, is coming from USA. The third is, sir, Murugappa Group is also tying with a Japanese company. I am forgetting the name. And yes, sir, these 3 companies.
Okay. So recently there was a UCC in Uttarakhand, Uniform Civil Code.
Yes, sir.
There was a clause related to live-in relationship.
Yes, sir.
Do you think the provisions that were made that are related to live-in relationship and UCC of Uttarakhand, that were good or bad?
Sir, in that, in UCC,
What were the provisions exactly?
Sir, I think for the couple who are living in a live-in relationship, they have to inform authority that they are in a live-in relationship.
Okay.
So this was the, I think, first provision.
So that was good or bad?
Sir, what I am doing in a personal capacity, because and if I have to if I have to sought permission for that what I am doing in my personal capacity, then I think, sir, it is a kind of retrograde step, because we are talking about right to life and personal liberty, and we are following such kind of things. So it is a retrograde step in my personal opinion, sir. But we have also seen that in living relationship there are several instances when a couple is not having good terms. So there are several instances of murder also, that the recent Shraddha case was there. So, sir, we have to be very cautious while devising such kind of policy. So what should be our stance?
Okay. So you are NSS volunteer in college, and in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita there was a provision of community service. Are you aware of this provision in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita?
Sir, not in great detail. I am not very much aware.
Okay. leave it, leave community service. What other provisions were there in Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita apart from this community service? Can you recall some of the provisions?
Sir, Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita has replaced the IPC 1860. That is the first. That is the thing. The second, the provisions, like the first time organized crime has been defined, terrorism has been defined. The second is, sir, mob lynching, first time has been criminalized with death penalty. The government has not reinstated the section 377. So that are the things, and also there are provisions of digital FIR, etc.
I give you a proposition. You are the DM of a state, DM of a district, okay, and there is a hoax regarding some cow meat, okay. There was a hoax regarding the cow meat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and there was a mob which got aggravated, and they start to beat a person who is related to this. This hoax, who was linked to this hoax,
yes,
that
sir.
he is producing cow meat. In that condition, what steps would you take to stop the aggravated or violent mob? Because you said that you are an empathetical person. So you have to, save that person, and you have to appease or, pacify the mob also.
So, sir, my first priority would be to save that person. So for that,
How would you save that
yes,
person?
sir. So for that, sir, if I have to take some extreme measures like cracking down on the mob, then I would take that also, because saving life is my first priority.
Okay, what steps would you take to crack down on the mob?
Sir,
Who will be the stakeholders which you will involve?
Sir, the police, SP. Yes, sir.
So what step would you take? Tell me precisely.
Sir, first, with the help of police and with the help of SP of that district, I would reach the spot where the incident is happening. Second, the first, I would try to appeal them that this is not good. But if also after my appealing they are not following my directions, then I would crack down on them.
Suppose there is a political pressure from up that, okay, just take it casually, because some political agenda is also involved in that. And in that case, what will you do? You will succumb to the political pressure, or you will do as usual, what you are doing previously?
Sir, I would do as usual.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Chinke, you are a good candidate. Your answers are good, balanced, and you look very confident, and your content is also fine. But one area where you need to work is to structure your answer, because your answers are very lengthy. A number of times I had to cut down and interrupt you and move on to the next question. Okay, just balance or structure your answer. Keep things very precise, short. Just list the things. If the panel member is interested, he might ask supplementary question, or the person might ask, "ठीक है, elaborate or explain this thing in detail," or let supplementary questions come. Okay, rest all is perfectly fine. Slightly study more about Bihar, particularly in terms of agriculture, in terms of different initiatives which the associated with agriculture and how things are needed in Bihar. Infrastructure, a number of questions. Rest all is everything fine.
Thank you,
All
sir.
the best.
Thank you, sir.